Hello, good morning to you and you and you. And my people in my office are gonna think I'm like Harry guys talking to himself again. Hey guys, so just another week, another mail, and just like some extra ideas to share. Um, yeah, so I'll kick this sort of straight off. These are just sort of some ideas that are, I feel like, unique and different. They might not fit your brand, but they not might not fit every campaign, but they're kind of cool. So I thought I'd share. So this is something that was done overseas. I thought this would work here if we utilize it. So all it is that we do projection mapping onto, or just projections onto specific key locations. I think this only works with a half footfall location, so we'd have to find buildings in Hatfield, Jewel City, Santa City, etc., where there's sort of people at night and there's either shops, on-site consumption, food, restaurants, etc. Right? So the idea is we do a projection. There's a QR code. So the promoters will get consumers to scan the QR code. The QR code then takes them to a little web browser. They play a game on their phone, which can be seen live as well on the projection, so other people can see what they're doing. It's like a little scratch card. Pick three, and if you get like certain thing, you can win a sample, you can win a prize. So let's say we do it in Hatfield. There's a McDonald's nearby, so you get a voucher to go to the McDonald's, or we can have the food. I don't think actually the food wouldn't work because it get cold. But yeah, if it was, let's say, Coca-Cola, you could give a sample out on site. You give a prize for alcohol brand if it's in Hatfield, or they see Santa City, the guys could go to Hard Rock and get them to give them a voucher, and then they go get a beer from the thing, or whatever alcoholic beverage is promoting this. So there's a variety of different ways. It makes it interactive, it makes it fun, makes it a little bit different. So yeah, clean or reversed advert graffiti. So obviously everyone knows graffiti; it's very popular. But what if we did guerrilla clean advertising? So all this is, we create a stencil, we go to sidewalks at strategic locations, and we spray our brand, we clean the floor. But while we're cleaning the floor, we're spraying the brand into there. So this is obviously really great. You'll see some of the slides have got how it would work, or what this sort of thing would work with, what brands, what phrases, etc. But yeah, this would work with nice cleaning brands, so like a handy Andy, like it cleans anything, directional signage pointing to a nearby location. It's going to be linked to then activations as well for directional, or this example is pointed to the nearest KFC, the nearest Starbucks, etc., etc. Um, you can do shoe. While I was example, you can actually do the shoe brand. So you could, if you not know the route, if you're one of the sponsors, let's say you Nike or Adidas, you spray your brand and key messages into the ground, right? Where the guys are going to be running. Be like, hey, keep it up. Yeah, obviously key messages to make people remember your brand at the end of the at the end of the event. So yeah, there's a variety of different brands you can use this for. It is a hard one because your brand's on the ground. People are walking over your brand, and I know a lot of brands don't like that. But if used right, it can be done right. Rain advertising. This one's just a very unique one and has to really be tied into something nice. And obviously, it'll fit. This is more of like, I'm gonna fit it into PR afterwards because, yeah, obviously it doesn't rain too much either, but it's a clever and strategic. What's the name? So yeah, I think it works. It's just we spray the ground with a special hydrophobic spray with stencils, etc. And then when it rains, it avoids that area that we've sprayed. So like, yeah, you can see the text it's been sprayed, so you can see text. Here it's been sprayed all around except for all the Coke. So there's different ways to use this. So it's obviously, once again, antiperspirant brands. This is a perfect fit for, raincoat umbrella brands, which nobody actually advertises, but it's kind of unique if there's brands out there like that. Waterproof brands, so cell phones and all that. We get a new phone coming out that's waterproof or water resistant. That's very nice to do, and there'll probably be others that I haven't thought about yet. because it's a hard one. It's a cool idea, but a hard one to link in, you know. So antiperspirant brands, 100%. Waterproof brands, secondary, and then so depending on your phrases and how you want to execute a specific campaign, you know. 3D street art advertising. So yeah, we do a lot of graffiti, we do a lot of anamorphic, but there's not a lot of like street art, you know. So you know, this is just a cool brand strat. If you want to do something fun, I've included this. Like you can use zebra crossings, you know, this agile thing. It's very hard to find these sort of locations where you can do something like this, but yeah, it worked quite nicely. Um, yeah, I just got to. I'm busy with a thing where this is going to actually work for. I just thought about it. Anyway, so yeah, you can do anamorphic with 3D street art, or static anamorphic. You can do it for photo boost, so it's obviously it'll live on by itself. Let's say you're doing a street art graffiti thing like this that living in a specific location. You could do it from Monday to Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday you include promoters and photographers to really make that experience a little bit on the on-site experience a little bit more engaging. Yeah, then we've got painted grass advertising. So this is something I've been pitching for a little while, but I thought I'd make it a bit out there now. So this is all we use stencils and paint near the OR Tambo airport. This picture over here is an actual photo I took. You know, you're not getting as many eyes on it as you would on a billboard or anything else, but you're gonna get a lot of PR. There's obviously huge PR potential here. So obviously Amazon, I've just as an example because they're new to South Africa. It's just using clever. It's welcome to South Africa, you know, because they're here and you coming in. So it's going to be international guests, but obviously most people that fly in at IR Tambo are locals, you know, from Cape Town, from Durban. But yeah, you can do clever things like welcome to King Shark Airport. You know, people are going to be like, oh wait, I didn't go. I'm at King Shark Airport. And then they're going to start tweeting about it, you know? And so that's kind of fun. So yeah, there's different ways to sort of execute this, but it is a pricey sort of exercise. But once it's up, we can keep it up for quite a while. So yeah. Then this is something that was now done in between an installation done in between Dublin and New York. I know it was just recently taken down because people do stupid stuff, but I feel like it'll work a lot better in key locations. So this is all about connecting two locations. It's digital screens that sort of talk to each other. It didn't allow audio to be included, so people had to like write messages. They did these people did dance offs. So it's like you can do cool, unique stuff, and then you have your brand on it, right? So it's obviously places you can use this. So we got to be clever. Obviously, New York and Dublin didn't do it right because they just put it in uncontrolled environments, and that's why they had to switch it off. But if you put it linked it to restaurants, so you can do smaller versions that link different Hard Rocks, different KFCs, different McDonald's, you know. So it's kind of strategic. You can put it in two different malls, into obviously two different provinces, iconic landmarks. So we took one landmark talks to another landmark, but landmarks generally aren't as busy. But then yeah, it's a university. So if you've got a brand that specifically works at universities, and you can, yeah, I feel like this is a thing where you're using phrases like connecting you, bringing you together, I think yeah, they're two O's from Cheers to All from Heineken, but you know what I mean. It's a brand that we cheers in together, we connect in, you know. While I was typing this up, I was like, oh, actually, just before this video, I was like, oh wait, why don't we link? Like a good example is Spotify, you know. It's a little bit different. So it uses music to connect people, you know, connecting people with music. And then the person in South Africa, or let's say the person in Joburg, can play their favorite song. When they click on their song, it plays to the person in KZN and vice versa, you know. So, or you get a little snippet. I don't think it'll do a whole song, but it's just a fun example, you know, where we're using music or something. So we can have a touch screen point. So if there's an alcohol brand, you touch it and you cheers together, you know, something like that. It's unique and it's innovative. It's different. So yeah. I think that's all. Thanks, guys. I will try to do some more of these. And yeah,